learners, wherever you are. My name is Justin Ongeri. I'm a teacher, specifically teaching mathematics and science. But today we are going to tackle a very important area in mathematics, that is the surface area. So surface area is under measurement. The surface area is a wider part of a subtopic in a measurement. And therefore today, because we don't want to talk about the surface area of the cubes or the cuboid, so specifically today we are going to tackle the surface area of such figures. The question states, calculate the surface area of the trough. Calculate the surface area of the trough. So I really want you to underline the word trough. A trough means it is a container which was, a container, maybe a water tank like that. Then it was cut into two. So when it was cut into two, we had such a shape. So therefore, this one is now known as a trough. Troughs are mostly used by animals to take water from them. Most farmers, they use troughs to feed the animals, especially those who do the zero grazing. So a trough has got a hole at the top. That is the only difference between a trough and the next question which you're going to calculate, which will be concerning the block. But now this is the trough. Now you can see on the board I have written the formula of finding the surface area of all the figures. Any figure which has got a cross section can be calculated using this formula here. That is AOC times 2 plus POC times height. So AOC means area of cross section times 2. Why are we multiplying by 2? When you look at this cross section here, a surface area of figures which have got cross sections, mostly there are two of them. So they are on the other side. You can see the cross section here is a semicircle. So there is another semicircle which is at the other side. Let me just demonstrate it here. There is another semicircle on the other side. That's why we are multiplying by 2. But remember, if it is an open figure, we don't multiply by 2 because there is only one side. We have only one cross section. Then we go to POC. The word POC are the initials, which means perimeter of cross section. So we go back to the cross section, we calculate the perimeter of that cross section. Then finally, we multiply by the height. The height is the slanting height here. So, using this formula, we are going to arrive at our concluded correct answer. Now, let's begin. AOC times 2 plus POC times height. So what I want you to do is this. You have to interpret what is the cross section. Since the cross section is a semicircle, then you find the area, you write the formula of finding the area of a circle. So the cross section is a circle that is now pi r squared. That is the area of the circle. Then times 2. So what am I doing here? I am interpreting my cross section because it is a circle. We multiply by 2. Now we go to perimeter of the same cross section. The cross section is still a circle. And you all know perimeter of a circle is pi d, or else we can also call it the circumference, which is pi d. So we write pi d, that is the perimeter of the cross section, times the height. So what I have done here, I have interpreted my formula. So with this one, I am now good to go. But before I continue, because I'm dealing with a circle, I always advise learners to identify the radius of the circle. You also identify the diameter of the circle. So the radius of this circle, you can see the diameter is 14 from this point to this point. So 14 becomes the diameter, 14 centimeters. The radius is half of the diameter, that is 7 centimeters. So with this one, we will not be having a problem of referring back to the figure again. So let us begin our work. Surface area is equals to pi, we have been told, is 22 over 7 times the radius is this. So we don't need to go back here. We have already interpreted here. 7 times 7, that is 7 and 7. Then we multiply by 2. The formula tells us pi r squared times 2. That is according to the formula. Then plus pi d. So pi is 22/7 times the height times the diameter, which is 14. Then times the height, which is the slanting height, which is 20. There is something we need to remember here. Since this one is half a circle, we must always remember to start with half times pi. That is it. So it is half a circle. It's good to remember that. So it's half pi d because it was half of a circle. Then here we also remember to put a half because it is half of a circle. So like that. So what we need to do here is now simplifying. 2 will divide 22 11 times. 7 will divide 7 one time. Then we have 11 times 7, that is 77, times 2, you get 154 centimeter square. Plus, we have to simplify by 2 1, by 2 11, by 7 1, by 7 2. So 11, we have here 1 times 11, which is 11 times 2, we have 22. Then 22 times 20, you get 440 centimeter square. So we are now yet to conclude our answer. The surface area now will be, when you add the two, we'll have gotten the surface area of this trough. So 154 plus 440. So when you add the two answers, 154 plus this one, you get 594 centimeters square. We have now landed here. Why? Because it is a trough. Now the next question which you're going to do will be talking about a block, so that you get the difference between the trough and the block. So with this formula, you can calculate the surface area of the given figure. So remember, if it is half a circle, start with half pi d. If it is a quarter circle, start with a quarter pi d, and so on and so on. Now the next question says this way. The next question says or asks, calculate the surface area of the block. So when you read the question, please underline. Remember the first question, I underlined the trough. Now this is now the block. The difference between the block and a trough, as I said earlier, is that a trough has got a hole, and mostly I told you it's used by farmers to feed animals. But now this is a block. A block is like when you take a log of wood and you divide it into two, it will form the two halves. That is the two blocks. Now this block, it's half of a cylinder. Now the difference is that a block has got the top surface, which is covered. So we shall do the same way we did the first question, but here the only extension we are going to do is we are going to remember the area of the top surface, that is the rectangle. So let us begin with our formula. Remember at your home, sing this formula, R times 2. The area of the cross section multiplied by 2. Why? Because the cross sections are 2. Then the perimeter of the cross section. So you go back to the same cross section, we find the perimeter of that cross section. Then you multiply by the height, and I say the height is the slanting height. Now in our case, the height is 10 meters. The diameter is 7 meters. So remember this. The next thing you're supposed to do is you interpret the cross section. The name of the cross section is a circle. So now we like the formula of finding the area of a circle. That is pi r squared. But remember, it is half of a circle. So begin with half pi r squared multiplied by 2. So what am I doing, learners? I am interpreting my cross section plus the perimeter of the same cross section. The cross section is still a circle, but it is a semicircle. You know, perimeter of a circle could also be the same as the circumference of a circle. So the circumference of a circle is pi b. Now because it is still half of a circle, I will remember to write my half pi b, then times height. So what am I remaining with? Remember always, identify the radius of a circle, identify the diameter of the same circle. So what is the radius of this circle? The radius of the circle, let's start with the diameter. The diameter of the circle is 7. So we write here 7 meters. The radius is half of 7. So when you divide 7 by half, you will get 3.5 meters. So this is the radius, this is the diameter. Now, with this interpretation, we are good to go. So surface area will be, let's go with the formula. R, let me take R times pi, 22/7, times the radius is this. So it is, because it is 3.5, let us write this one as a fraction. So we can write it 35/10 in order to avoid the decimal numbers. Times the same 35/10 times 2. R times pi times radius times 2. That's according to the formula. Then plus a half times pi is 22/7. 22/7 times the diameter of the circle is 7. Then we multiply by the height. We multiply by the height. So let me try squeeze it here. So this is plus a half times 22/7 times the diameter, which is 7, times the height. The height is the slanting height, which is 10. So we remember to put the bracket like that. So we are now simplifying our work. So this is by 2 will divide 22 11 times. 7 will divide 35 5 times. 2 will divide 22 11 times. 7 will divide 7 1 time. So what do we do now? We have 11 times 5 times 35 times 2. I'm advising you to avoid the zeros because eventually they are going to help you to get back your answer without going through a lot of challenge. So it is 11 times 5, which is 55, times 35. So we are going to have 55 times 35. This is for 25, 25, 27. This 15, 15, 16, 5, 12, 8, 9, 1. Then times 2, 10, 5, 18, 3. So we have our answer here as 3,850 over. Remember I told you to avoid the zero, so you can just put them down here so that it becomes easier for you to simplify the zeros, and with 1 0 you can put a decimal point there to simplify your work. This is according to this side. Then plus 11 times 1 is 11 times 10 is 110. So our answer here is 38.5 plus 110. So we have 38.5 plus 110. 5841. So we have the surface area as 148.5 meters. Our units were meters, meter square. Now, this is where our answer will come from. You remember the first question we ended here, but not because it is a block. We shall remember the top surface, which is a rectangle. So we shall calculate now the area of a rectangle. The area of a rectangle. You know, the area of a rectangle is length times width. So what is the length of this rectangle? It is 10, and the width is 7. So it is 10 times 7. So we have 10 meters times 7 meters. So 10 times 7 will get 70 meters square. Now we are yet to conclude our answer. Finally, our total surface area will be, the first answer we had here is 148.5 added to 70. So our answer will be plus 70. This is 5. This is 218.5 meters square. So it is almost the same as the first one, but now we have an extension of the top surface, which is a rectangle. So that is the only difference between a block and a trough. Now with this, I believe you are going to get the two differences so that you don't fail in your exam, because exams questions are very simple, but the trick lies with either if the figure is a block or the trough. Now, question number 3. Calculate the surface area of the figure below. Now look at this figure. Sorry, half of a cuboid. So when you cut a cuboid into half of it in a slanting manner, you will have such a figure. But when I tell you to find the area of every part that you are seeing in this particular figure, it may be a challenge to many of you. But we are still revisiting our first very formula. That is arc times 2 plus POC times height, the surface area. I want to prove to you that this formula can be used to calculate the many figures, can be used to calculate the surface area of several figures, not only cylinders. But the only thing you need to do is to interpret what is the cross section. Now the cross section here is, you can see the cross section. There, this part here, and then is another part which is appearing on the other side. So the cross section here, the name of the cross section here is a triangle. Now, the cross section, since it is a triangle, we shall now write the formula of finding the area of a triangle. We interpret first. So we write here, surface area will be, the cross section, because it is a triangle, area of a triangle is half times base times height. I have interpreted my cross section. Then times 2. Why? Because there are 2 on the other side. You enclose. Then plus perimeter of the cross section. Let us go back to our cross section. Perimeter, now this one is not a circle. This one is a triangle. So the perimeter of any figure, in a very short way of saying it, is the distance around a given figure. So look at this cross section. If we had to go around this cross section, we'll go this way, that way, up to where we are. So we have to add round, because if I was to draw my triangle like that, then this is 5 centimeters, this is 4 centimeters. If I tell you to find the perimeter of this triangle, it will be this side plus this side plus this side. Now you can see this side we have is 5, this is 4, but we have not been given the height. So I will take you back to Pythagoras theorem, whereby you know how to apply it. So hypotenuse squared is equals to base squared plus height squared. So when you square 5, you will get 25. When you square 4, you get 16. So when you get 25 minus 16, the answer will be 9. So the square root of 9 will be 3. So the height is 3. So you can revisit back to learn about Pythagoras in order to know how I arrived at my 3 as the measurement of the height. Now, perimeter of the cross section. Now, because this side we have 3 centimeters, the perimeter will be adding round this figure. 5 plus 4 plus 3. So 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. So the perimeter of the cross section will be 12 times the height. The height is the slanting height. That is 30. So when we work out this, we shall get our answer, our surface area. Let us now start. A half times the base. The base of this one is 4 and the height is 3. So this is the base, this is the height. So base is 4 times the height is 3. Sorry. Then times 2. Remember to obey the formula. Half times base times height times 2. Always confirm. Plus 12 times 30. So learners, we are left with calculating and getting our answers. So the surface area will be, you cancel that by 2. 2 will divide 4 2 times. So we have 2 times 3, that is 6. 6 times 2, that is 12. Plus, the answer here is 12 times 30, you will get 360. So, we are now concluding our answer. 12 plus 360, we are going to get 372 centimeters square. So, this is the surface area of this particular figure. So, arc times 2 into bracket plus POC times height. I know with this one, you can look for many questions related to what we have done today in order to do a lot of practice as we continue doing the surface area of the many figures that are tested in national exams. So with that, I wish to remind you that you can replay the video as many times as you want so that you can remember what I've put in place today. So with that, let me wish you all the best in your studies. May God bless you. Bye.